يعني بضيق في النفس وحزن شديد وأسى لما يفعلونه، يتركون بلاد الإسلام ويذهبون إلى بلاد غير إسلامية.
الهجرة العكسية. نعم.
يعني يقول النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم يعني لا أنا بريء ممن أقام من أفضل المشركين. يعني نسمع كثيرا يسيب الصلاة ويترك كل شعائر الإسلام ويعمل في مطعم يقدم الخمور ولحم الخنزير.
وصل سؤالك. نعم وصل يا أخي محمد، جزاك الله خير. First of all, Sheikh Yusuf, Brother Said was asking for an advice for the general ummah. What kind of advice would you like to share with us?
Well, when somebody asks me for advice for anything, I always feel like that I'm the one who needs advice. For the last 20 years, I've felt that I constantly benefit more from hearing from other people than I do hearing from myself. But I like to repeat the advice that I hear from very wise people. You know, I remember even before Islam, I heard a piece of advice that comes to us from the Chinese. They say it's a saying from Confucius that you cannot stop a bird from landing on your head, but you don't have to let him build a nest. Meaning that although you could get bad thoughts, you don't have to dwell on them, let them go away. Then after coming into Islam, then the best piece of advice I ever heard, it came from our Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessing be upon him. When they said to him, could you tell us something about this deen of Islam that nobody else could say it, whatever it is. Tell us something only you could tell us. He said, Qul amanta billah, thum astaqim. And of course I don't need to translate it, it's Arabic.
جزاك الله خيرا. لما سألته سؤال أخي سيد أن يقدم نصيحة لعموم المسلمين فقال إن كان هناك أحد في احتياج إلى النصح فهو أنا في احتياج إلى النصح، يتكلم عن نفسه. وذكر مثالا أنه قبل الإسلام كان معجب بمقولة صينية أنه إذا وقع طائر فوق رأسك فلا يهمك أن تنفره، المهم أن لا تسمح له أن يبني عشا فوق رأسك. هو يقصد بذلك إذا شغل خاطرك وفكرك بعض الأفكار السيئة في متعلق بمعاصي، يجب ألا تتحول هذه الأفكار إلى أفعال، فاحرص ألا تخالط هذه الأفكار السيئة ولو كان مجرد فكر، لأن الله عز وجل لا يؤاخذ على ما يضر بالخلد إلا إذا تحقق فعلا. احرص على ألا يتحول هذا التفكير في المعصية إلى فعل. طبعا الشيخ لابن القيم عليه رحمة الله باب في ذلك في غاية الأهمية، أنصح بقراءته فيما يتعلق أن الإنسان يجب أن يطرح من خاطره الأفكار السيئة وألا يتمادى في مجرد التفكير، لأن الفكرة ما تلبث أن تتحول إلى خاطرة ثم تشغل بال الإنسان ثم تحول بعد ذلك بفعل كثرة التفكر فيها إلى عمل. فيقول سئل النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم بعد أن أسلم يقول أفضل نصيحة أنصح بها نفسي إخوتي المستمعين هي سؤال سئله النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم، سأله سائل قال له قل لي في الإسلام قولا لا أسأل عنه أحدا بعدك، فقال صلى الله عليه وسلم قل آمنت بالله ثم استقم. أخونا فوزي من تونس، السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. السلام عليكم يا أخي فوزي. طيب أخ محمد السلام عليكم. نأخذ أم محمد السلام عليكم.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
بارك الله فيك فضيلة الدكتور محمد.
الله يبارك فيك
وجزاك الله خيرا على هذا اللقاء الطيب المبارك.
بارك الله فيك.
مرحبا بفضيلة الشيخ يوسف، ربنا يبارك فيه ويجزاه خير عن الإسلام والمسلمين. كما أنا سعيدة بوجودك يا شيخ يوسف، بارك الله فيك. والله الحمد لله على نعمة الإسلام وكفى بها نعمة، الحمد لله الذي هدانا لهذا وما كنا لنهتدي لولا أن هدانا الله. الحمد لله. هذا ديننا يا دكتور محمد ينتشر الحمد لله، ينتشر بحسن الخلق والأمانة والصدق، بس في نماذج طبعا الأيام دي بصراحة مؤسفة جدا قدامنا. مفيش يعني المعاملة غير خالص، يعني عشان أنا أجي حد قدامي للإسلام بمعاملتي أنا مش بالكلام، بلاقي غيري بيهد كل اللي احنا بنعمله بطريقة غير مباشرة أو بالتعاملات. وربنا يهدينا جميعا وربنا يولدنا ربا جميلا وجزاكم الله خيرا.
أحسنت يا محمد، جزاكم الله خيرا. أخونا عبد الله من دبي، السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. تفضل أخي الحبيب. Well, Sheikh Yusuf, Muhammad was contemplating the idea that unfortunately some Muslims, through their misbehavior, are misrepresenting Islam and are demolishing a great deal of what some of the good Muslims and the good preachers are trying to build up. So what's your comment on that? And also we have a caller who's asking about the opposite migration. Why the Prophet ﷺ ordered people to migrate from the land of disbelief where they cannot really offer and perform their religious duties freely. We find many Muslims are eager to travel to non-Muslim countries in order to make a better living, etc. So what do you think of that?
Which question did you like to do first?
I'll go with the later one first because it was presented first, then we'll take Muhammad's question.
When we talk about hijrah, making hijrah, I've heard this ever since I've been Muslim, and people telling me, brother, you have to make hijrah. This is just a small group of people. You have to make hijrah out of here. Now, because I was so simple in Islam, I didn't even stop to think of some very obvious things. The person telling me to make hijrah,
he himself is...
He had made hijrah to the United States.
Yeah.
He's saying, get out of this land of the kuffar. They are kuffar. They will, you know... But it didn't hit my mind. Then what are you doing here? And they would say insulting things, and, you know, we have to tear down this and build up Islam, and we have to... So there were some people saying that. Not the majority, a few, and the ones who don't have... Oh, by the way, who are the ones with the big mouth making all the trouble?
Yeah.
Almost all of them are young shabab who don't really know Islam. They just woke up to Islam maybe in the last few weeks or months. They just now got a brand new beard, you know. And, of course, they know some Arabic, and they're out here, have to do... And another problem is they don't have a job, and they're not married. These are common denominators. Common denominators.
Yeah.
So they've got a lot of energy, a lot of frustration. They're not happy with their situation. So they're going to bring this out as though it's Islam. And it's not Islam.
That was a nice comment. But what is the answer to the question that what do you think of those who are trying to migrate to...
The Prophet _, is our example. Let us always go back to that. When I'm not sure about any answer, I want to go back and review. You can't do it if you don't know the Sirah of Rasul. So that's the first thing. We study the Sirah. Study the Sirah. Study the Sirah. If you don't know it, study it. Go to the scholars and find out what he did. Let us look at the time of Rasul in Mecca. In Mecca, he ordered them to leave where they were to another land. But he didn't say go from Dar al-Kufr to Dar al-Iman. He said go from here across the water over to the Christian land. Yes or no?
Yeah, true. Because it was the only available place as a safe haven for Muslims.
So they went to a Christian land. So I use that as the example right away. If a Christian land is safer than where you are, then this is not wrong to do it.
What are the measures of safety?
Well, that is be up to your scholars in your area to define it. I don't try to do that. But if you find yourself in an unbearable condition, then Allah makes a way for you to go to a bearable condition. This is in Islam. We should do that.
But just for simple economical reason, just leaving...
I'm not going to say, because some people... Another point about Islam is that economics is part of our deen. And if somebody needs to do something for money to have a better life for their family, I have no problem with this, because Islam is not telling me to live like a monk in the desert and eat locusts.
That's right. That's right. That's right. But people who are looking forward to have a better living conditions, like, you know, they're practicing here or in Muslim
I
countries.
go back to this that I read in the fiqh of the zakat. In the fiqh of the zakat, it was telling us that we could use zakat to help the poor of our own family, the poor in the streets, and it was going on and on. But then I came to a chapter being able to actually give zakat to people who had money, but they weren't Muslims.
مؤلفة قلوبهم.
And it does what? To soften their hearts to come to Islam. So I started thinking, I said, well, what if I have a Muslim who is going to leave Islam if he stays in a Muslim country, but he'll stay in Islam if he goes to a non-Muslim country? So it isn't right for me to say, no, just a flat across...
We cannot generalize.
I can't do that.
That is the bottom line.
Every single person is different.
Yep.
And in a general thing, I would say Muslims need to stay together. But in the case where you're finding something so difficult, especially with some groups today who are forcing people to do this or do that, and I would tell you, if you're not comfortable, if you have a problem, talk to good scholars, balanced people, and if they advise you to do something, make istikhara. The istikhara will give us the solution. Yeah. Istikhara is a salat we perform at any time. It doesn't have to be in the night. It can be at any time. And you're asking Allah to make that decision. If you trust Allah, you believe in Allah, and you ask Allah, then what comes to you